position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the UCLA Bruins, taking on another team from the ACC, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So UCLA's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them today. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Massey. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Looking downfield on first down. Got a man in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Making side adjustments here. From the red zone, looking for a man. Snags it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback and this whole offense, David.
And this offense is fully aware of the challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic.
Turning on the Jets. He's at the 40. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, and they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Smith wants to throw. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. They'll leave it with him. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. And the Huskers will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run. They lost ground on 1st down, now 2nd and goal from the 5. It's complete to the right. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Nebraska! That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. From the gun, the running back has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Bruins want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The give to the back. Got the 1st down. Looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The offense changing the play. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got a man. It's Massey. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. And the Bruins are moving quickly down the field. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's long. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Wants to throw it. It's complete on the right side. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got the back in the middle. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. The Bruins trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Quarterback may change this route. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Just going to keep it after the snap. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle from us?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when the Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and you go fill it.
And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
You have to understand at home, it's really hard for a head coach to kick a field goal at this juncture after such a long drive. So many first downs. You've gotten right down to the doorstep. Fourth down, you want to be able to pay this thing off and punctuate this drive with a touchdown.
Looking to throw. Touchdown, UCLA! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know. He's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. And with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sands. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've...
Turning it on! Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Timeout, UCLA.
The Huskers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Smith dropping to pass. The throw to the outside is complete.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Runs through a tackle. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big rip. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes a grab on the shot. Touchdown, Husker! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback will keep it. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Wants to fire on second down. Throws to the wideout. Working the middle. And a nice grab there. Big pickup down to the 35-yard line.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Give to the back. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. And the Bruins will hustle to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Got him downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes a grab for a big play. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They'll run play action using the quick game. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Rides to back and leaves it. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Makes a man miss. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
I think a trait of a running back that you really look for is a guy that can bust tackles. Man, a guy that can make something out of nothing when it's not there, and just a really good...
Touchdown, Cornhuskers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Offense in an empty set. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Going over the top. Makes the grab right down the middle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Looking downfield on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Second and 10. He'll throw again. Quickly out to the tight end. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Quarterback making checks. Takes it from the gun on third down. Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Well, the defense comes away with a pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside when you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. One more snap coming before juice boxes and orange slices. Smith wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
Coming out with it, it's Sands. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quickly to the tight end. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. And the Huskers in the hurry up. The play action fake. Plucks it out of the air. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. Off and running. The 20. The 10. Touchdown, UCLA. And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Central Michigan needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Mount Pleasant behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Bowling Green. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quick release on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. That's now 200 catches in his career.
It's so impressive because of his dependability. This guy has been consistent, David, week in, week out. He shows up, and he makes plays.
And it's easy to coach a guy like that. Consistent, does the work, catches the football, you know where he's going to be. That's why he's got 200 catches.
Smith dropping the pass. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
That's caught. It's great. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And the Huskers racing to the line in a hurry-up. The corners are walked up tight. Trying play action. Trying to beat the DT. And that one's incomplete.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Huskers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll test the right side. He breaks a tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Smashes it between the uprights. The lead now trimmed to 28-24.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. It's Massey. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Massey. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Bruins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Might be changing the route. They'll throw on 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Bruins will call on their punt team. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll field the punt. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Off the play fake on 1st down, the throw. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Smith wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. The Cornhuskers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Massey. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He was really beating himself up over that interception and that loss last week. I know he's thrown a pick in this one, but he's looked much more certain.
And what you ask quarterbacks to do nowadays and how much you put on their plate, one mistake is okay. Those usually aren't the ones that are going to kill you. So one mistake, back-to-back weeks, that's fine. You just can't make multiple. But the team's winning this week, which is the most important stat that he cares about.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, UCLA.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Massey. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter. You got a lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down. Better job on 2nd down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
The inside handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Calls his own number. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
He wants to change this route. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught over the middle. It's Massey. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. Made the grab the score. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Fires to the big fella.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing.
Brings it in down the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Huskers want to move quickly. Wants to keep it in the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Gray. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Looking to scramble. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. The Cornhuskers have their offense in high gear. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Huskers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. Smith dropping to pass. He's got him this time. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. The Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Makes the grab. Offense has gained momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. To the air on first down. It's complete.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is your friend. Try to keep them in bounds. No big plays, and let that clock just tick.
Caught near the sticks. It's Gray. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
The Cornhuskers trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. And the sack all the way back at the 5. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, honestly. After that incompletion now setting up third down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
They'll go for two here and try to climb within a field goal late. Smith wants to throw. Quick strike complete. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. UCLA will go back to work on offense. One-possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high-percentage passes to maintain possession and believe.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
Yeah, it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. You saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.